MendMinds, a 2013 University of West Florida graduate student project. My name is Patrick Salome. My partner in this project is Michael Clay. We make up the team known simply as SC. Our motto for this project is Understanding Information is Powerful. MendMinds is a web application being developed by us, Team SC, that will provide access to information about mental health issues. The intended audience for this app is anyone affected by mental health issues, including family members, friends, professionals, or students. There seems to be a rise in incidents involving those with mental illnesses or disorders, so educating the public on such things is a good course of action. A good example of this is the elementary school shooting in Connecticut. With a rise also in awareness of the dangers of depression due to bullying, financial distress, and general social anxiety, there is yet more need for information regarding this, instead of letting people make their own assumptions based on what they see in the news. The MendMinds web application will be for distributing information regarding mental health issues ranging from acute stress disorder to schizophrenia and others. Not only will some of the different types of mental illnesses be identified, but other topics will be explored via the data that is at our disposal. Information available will be in areas such as demographics, support such as facility locations and types of services available, screening, treatment, and therapies. Also history, the social stigmas of having mental disorders, suicide, and frequently asked questions. These different types of data, proactive solutions, for lack of a better word, and different insights to mental health issues are filtered through different technologies all in one place. It can be frustrating to have to search for answers in many different places. Hopefully MendMinds will be a valuable resource to people out there suffering from any kind of mental health issue and to those who love and try to help them. One of the features is the dynamically changing welcome message screen on the home page with a short description of the MendMinds application and options to access content on different pages to databases according to their selections. We want users to be able to access data in variable formats accomplished with data mining techniques that will allow users to display topics linked to other pages. There is a wealth of information stored in databases that will be accessed through www.mendminds.com, utilizing various technologies. We choose to create a dynamic web application because of the vast amount of information that we want to share and the ability to update that web application on a regular basis. These are some of the pages contained in the MendMinds web application. Once a user has gained access to a page, he will have access to the databases. These pages will be demographics, disorders and conditions, suicide, stigma, support, and history. The demographics page will include access to data on mental health issues as they pertain to race, gender, age, income level, location, and other factors. Following is the disorders and conditions page, where data can be accessed with knowledge on the various types of mental health issues. Some of the information that can be accessed includes names of the different types, behaviors associated with those types, symptoms, and other information pertaining to disorders and conditions. On the suicide page, information on mental illnesses closely linked to suicide, most notably depression and its various incarnations, will be offered. Information on this page will include how to deal with depression, whether in oneself or a loved one, what causes the symptoms of depression, and links to places where one can get help if they experience thoughts of suicide. The stigma page will seek to address the social stigma of having a mental health issue. The fact is, what's considered normal by psychological standards nowadays cannot possibly apply to any real person. Everyone has a mental health issue of some sort or another defined by psychiatrists, and therefore the social stigma of having one shouldn't really exist, but it does. The stigma page will go more in depth to probe this complicated issue and hopefully will show users that having a mental health issue is nothing to be ashamed of unless they do not seek help. Most people who use our application will likely be searching for answers, guidance, and support. The information contained in the support page will hopefully steer visitors towards success in obtaining useful information. That's what the support page is for. It contains access to information regarding facility locations, types of facilities, locations and types of services, screening procedures, treatment, and therapies dealing with mental health issues. Again, we are not professionals and will be stating clearly as such, and anyone dealing with a mental health issue should seek professional help. On the history page, we will have information relating to mental health issues in the United States and abroad, and how it has evolved from ancient times through modern civilization. There will be historical data relating to how the changing times affect our mental health. On the Our Technology page will be a description of the coding environment and the other technology that was used in the development process, such as how we laid out the preliminary design in MS Paint and MS Publisher, and how we implemented in our web application with Visual Studio and databases. On the Frequently Asked Questions page, users can get questions answered to the most common problems encountered while using the web application. The About Us page is just a simple page with a more in-depth description of the MendMinds application and its authors. The Contact Us page will contain our contact information so we can address issues that are not directly addressed on the Frequently Asked Questions page. There will also be areas where links to other sites with related information will be placed. It could be links to sites of professional psychologists or to other web applications with a more in-depth focus on certain mental health topics. It has yet to be determined whether we will create the MendMinds application using either client-side scripting or server-side scripting. The application will reside on a remote server, which will then be accessed by users via their PCs, Macs, smartphones, tablets, and other devices capable of accessing the Internet. MendMinds.com will be compatible with web browsers such as Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera, and others. The data to be accessed for the application will be accessed using MySQL through an Application Programming Interface, or API. The figure above shows the home page of the first iteration of the MendMinds application. Pages to the areas to be explored are accessible from the home page. The MendMinds logo, along with links to other resources of the application, are also included on the home page. The MendMinds web application will be accessible by using laptops, Macs, tablets, smartphones, and they will all be able to access the application, so their user interfaces will differ. There will be other interfaces: the Application Programming Interface, API to access the databases, and the interface between the data mining applications and the data to be accessed, to name a few. More functionality will be added to the user interface as well as the other pages in future iterations. Remember, this is an evolving web application. If a user does, however, like MendMinds enough that he or she wants to spread the word about it, we provide links at the bottom of the home page to directly share the app on social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. When the MendMinds app is completed, we hope it shall be a stepping stone to better mental health. With all the useful features in this web app are fully fleshed out, MendMinds should be a central hub for all your mental health needs. Whether you need help with some sort of trouble in your life or the life of a loved one, or you simply want to know more about what mental health entails and desire to delve more deeply into the field of psychology, then MendMinds will be here to help. Our goal is that MendMinds.com will adhere to W3 standards, be accessible, reliable, consistent, compatible, easy to navigate, and visually appealing. And we have our acknowledgments. And that concludes this presentation of the MendMinds web application.